Welcome to the UMO Coaches Show. I'm Michael Robertson, joined here today on the Trojan Sports Network by women's volleyball head coach Jennifer Charles. And Coach, a 1-1 split this past weekend, also got a victory earlier in the week against Fayetteville State. What did you think overall of the week for your team?
I think last week was very challenging with having 3 matches, with the midweek match on Tuesday versus Fayetteville, and then two conference matches on the road. It was definitely tough, but I think that the girls responded very well. They took care of their bodies. I definitely was pleased with this weekend. We're just a young team growing each game, and I love the fact that the things that we do in practice, they are incorporating in games. So I think this weekend was great, and looking forward towards this week.
Well, you talked about being a young team, and not only just in terms of freshmen or sophomores, but also plenty of juniors, including some junior transfers. What have you thought so far this season from some of the newcomers like Michaela Benson, also Carly Pounds, who had a fantastic week, and then freshman Natalie Perez, who had 7 blocks against Belmont Abbey on Saturday?
I think the incoming class is doing great for us. They mesh well with the returning class. And that's what all coaches hope for, is when you bring in a large class like that, is how's the team chemistry is going to be. And I think it's great. This past weekend, Michaela and Carly did exceptionally well for us. We have Camber, who's a freshman, as well as Natalie. I think they're holding their own. And like I said, every game we're getting better. We're finding new things about ourselves. And I think that's what makes it exciting every time we go out and play.
We're now getting to that point where we're almost a month into this volleyball season. What do you like about where your team is sitting right now in terms of the conference situation?
Right now in the conference, there's a lot of upsets day in and day out. So what that tells us is that we just have to be prepared to play our game each night. I think we're in a good position right now. I think that we determine our fate, and it's important that every day that they come out focused. And right now our defense is leading the charge for us. So I think we're in a good position to be able to do some great things.
And you talked about the big week last week. Now you've got another big week full of 3 matches this week as well. A home match against Barton, and then going on the road and taking on Limestone and Converse. What are you expecting this week?
Well, this week, like I said, it's important that we just keep the momentum going, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, making sure that we finesse certain parts of our game, making sure that we're always together. I think that throughout this week, just because of the challenge of a midweek match like Barton, which is going to be a big rivalry game, it's going to take a lot of our energy, but we hope that we have a great crowd on Tuesday. And I think that we just keep going and just staying focused. I think that's the big important thing for us throughout this week.
Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us, and good luck this week. You're on the UMO Coaches Show.